Hey, moneymakers and go breakers. I'm G Marie, a millennial wife and mom of two. And here on my channel, I talk about all things digital planning, productivity, organization, finance with an emphasis on budgeting, and retirement prep, and a little bit of business. Today, we're going to do my weekly payday routine budget. So I am paid once a week, and I am paid from either one or two jobs. Well, sometimes it's two jobs. I work part-time, 24 hours a week which is my main job, as a visiting nurse. And my second job is an assisted living, which is per diem. And I help out there every so often whenever they need help, basically to help me reach my financial goals for the year and to also help build my retirement fund. Let's get into this weekly paycheck budgeting routine that I do every Wednesday. I normally get paid on Fridays, but my bank actually deposits my check into my bank account on Wednesdays, every Wednesday at the end of the banking day. So by 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, my check is in my bank account. So I like to go ahead and do my budgeting on Wednesday night. So once I do the budgeting and my numbers look good and everything is a go and my math is mathing, which is rarely because math is just not. 120,000. But whatever. So if my numbers are looking good, I'll go ahead and start making some payments on some bills that, even if they're not due, if I am paying them with that paycheck, I'm gonna go ahead and just pay them, get that money out of my account, go ahead, take your money. So I know where, I designated those funds for that bill. It is paid, it's off my mind, I can go live my life. And also, so then the Thursday Thursday morning, I'll get up and go pull out whatever cash I need to stuff my envelopes. This right here is what I did. Was I basically just went through my routine a few different weeks and made sure I was comfortable with it and that it worked for me. And what I did was I documented the process that I want to follow moving forward. What in business they call this a workflow. So my workflow on Wednesdays, which I call my budget Wednesdays, and I think there's, what is it? Get cash Thursday is when I pull out the cash out of the ATM to do the envelope stuffing. So this is basically my workflow when I am doing my budgeting, my paycheck routine. And you can pretty much do the same thing. Remember, finances are personal, especially personal finances. You don't have to even search the definition. It's personal finances. Make your routine work for you. Make it work like you work for the money. So now make it come back and work for you. Like set it to make it easier for you to come back to every week. Do this and be more consistent with it and build up that good habit. So this is my workflow. I open up a browser, open up all my bank accounts, whatever bills I'm gonna pay. I'll even go ahead and open up BJ's and Stop and Shop so I can, once my numbers are in, I'll order my groceries. Just sit down a couple of times. If you're new to budgeting and you're interested in getting into the routine, just sit down a couple of times. Don't do it on the first time. Tweak it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do trial and error. If you find out this works for you, go ahead, take out your notebook, whatever you use. I'm a digital girl. Write it down step by step by step. And after you do it, you know what I'm saying, it'll just become like second nature to you, and it'll allow you to be more successful in your budgeting and your financial journey. Okay, so this is my workflow, like I said. So now we are in my MYT finance planner, and this is a planner that I personally made. Like I said, I'm a digital girl, so it was only me to make a digital planner, but it is also available for print. This is the index page, and like I said, it is hyperlinked. So let's get all in my business. Let's get all down here in my business. So we are in March. So I'm going to go to March. And this is the monthly calendar that I go off of. At the beginning of the month, I go in and fill in all my bills and the dates that they're due and all that good stuff, just so I can have an overview of everything. And I'll put in a couple of different numbers, like my saving goals, my focus for the month, and all that good stuff down here. I am a weekly paycheck budgeter, and I currently use the zero-based method. We are on paycheck, what, 4? This is a magic month. This is magic March, so we'll have 5 paychecks in this month because it has 5 Fridays, I believe. So yes, I've already went ahead and just filled in some numbers for time's sake. I'm like, oh my gosh, this video was like an hour. So I'm trying to be, not take up y'all time. All right. So with this finance planner, what I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that each week I was setting a priority for my finances. And where my priorities come from, they come from my monthly finance goals. And each week I'll make sure to add a task or add a focus, a priority to make sure that, it just gives me a better chance of achieving that goal for the month. So this week, one of my goals, not this week, but this month, one of my goals is to reduce debt. It's by a percentage. I can't remember. Yeah, it's by a percentage. But so this week I want to focus on paying debt over savings because recently I did hit one of my savings milestones. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm pull the rein back a little bit on the savings and focus on my debt so I can then hurry up and pay this debt off and then allocate that money to buckets and categories that it will fit much better. Luckily, I don't have a lot of debt. I do have student debt. We'll get into that another time. I include it, but then I don't include it. It is included, but I'm not focusing on that right now. Right now, I'm focusing on like my consumer debt, like my credit cards and a loan that I have. The loan is more than half paid off. I'm almost done with it. I think I only have like $300 left to pay on it. So that is my main focus right now is that debt. I want to pay that off. And then I have like 2 credit cards that I actually have 3. I want to pay off one and then close it and then keep my other 2 credit cards. So the one that I want to close is almost paid off. I probably have like 1 or 2 payments left to pay that off. I don't want to have this credit card just sitting there because it does come with an annual fee, and I really don't like the interest rate. Yeah, I don't like the interest rate, so I don't want to hold on to it just because I don't want to take the ding. But then I'm accruing this annual fee and it has a high interest rate, so I'm just going to close it. I am focusing on that. So this week I'm going to be paying the loan and the credit card that I plan on closing. Okay, so with me, I am a zero-based budgeter, but with that also being said, I make sure that I put my categories in a hierarchy and I make sure that I pay myself first. I am at that age where I need to focus more on my future and retirement preparation, so I am focusing on, savings and investing. That's one of my main priorities. But in order for me to do that efficiently, I need to pay off this debt so those funds can then be allocated to savings and investments. But on a regular week or a regular month, I make sure that I pay myself first each week. I pay myself like in savings. It right now I'm still building up my emergency fund, so I do like a little over $100 a week each paycheck. But this week, since I said I hit that savings milestone, I'm going to focus on debt. So my categories are going to be, and I'll highlight them for you. Let's turn this on. So we have income, which I always like to highlight green. And then the first hierarchy is going to be my bills. These are my M6s. They're non-negotiables. Like these have to get paid. Me paying off debt ain't really nothing if my ass is homeless and can't get to work, got no car, got no gas, got no food, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So these are my M6s. Not all of them are. You'll see a couple of subscriptions in here that are just, to me, more of a want than a need. So one of my M6s is my car insurance, the rent, my cell phone. This week, there are more like my utilities and stuff. The utilities I am paying next week. And so, yeah, these are my fixed expenses, I can say, for the week. Let's see. So my bills are number 1. And since I'm focusing on debt, which I took from up here from my financial priority for the week, debt is going to be number 2. And for some reason, every time I think of debt, I just automatically think of freaking red fire, bad, negative debt. And 3 will be savings, which 3 and 4, 3 expenses and savings kind of probably could have switched. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I always want to focus or do something with savings. So savings is going to be number 3. Expenses are number 4. Sinking funds, number 5. All right, so let's start here. My income for the week, I got paid $823 for the week, for last week, and that is, I believe, 24 hours. Yeah, so that's why I never do expect it because it varies. I just wait, I do it when I get paid, so that's just how it works for me. So, okay, I'll probably speed up this part to let you guys listen to a little bit of music. Like I said, time is of the essence, so I don't want y'all to sit here watch me. Some of y'all might like this little ASMR, so, but okay. I'm just gonna go ahead, go through and highlight and just fill in these numbers over here. So the budgeted that we have is for bills, just to make it, I just did it all over here to make it easier to, this is like a little overview. Bills is $318 because you're gonna see what I'm gonna do next. So I have $823 minus my bills, which are $318.60. So that leaves me with, once I pay those, that will leave me with, and that's the leftover, that will leave me with $504.40. So now I have $504 to play with after I paid all my bills, and then I'm going to debt, and debt is $143. So the 504 minus, let me say 143 equals 361. So leftover is 361. Okay, and from that, I'm going to subtract the $24 for my 52-week challenge. And I'm doing a 52-week challenge for, it's me, my husband, and my son. Well, I'm doing one for me and my son, and then my husband also joined in. He has his own too. So I just thought it was a fun little way for us to do, some savings together as a family. So this week is week 12. So 12 and 12 for me, and then 12 for my son, $24. So the 361.40 minus 24 equals 337. So after I take this out, I should have 337.40 to play with. And then now I have this to play with. And remember, my expenses were $290. So I'm going to subtract my $290, which leaves me with $47. And then from the $47, I'm going to take out $25 for my patio sinking fund. I am doing a patio makeover for, I want to start it in the next couple of weeks for once it starts getting warm and stuff like that. I'm so excited about that because I love DIY projects. So subtract 25 equals 22. So I will have $22.40 left in my bank account, which I know I said I'm a zero-based budgeter, but we're human, we are flawed, and we make mistakes. So I like to leave a little buffer in my checking account just to make sure if there's something in here that I forgot, like a little subscription or something, anything that can, because you know what, when if what they say, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong sometimes. So I just like to leave a little bit. Mostly I like to leave $25 to $30, sometimes even $50, just in my checking account, just in case something happens, so I don't get an overdraft and get charged. So, but on a weekly basis, it's probably more like $25, $30 that's left in there, just as a little cushion to not have me at zero and I'm hanging out to dry and stuff like that. So let's see. So now I have $22 left in there that's going to sit in there, and I'm going to take out in cash. I'm going to take out the $50 for my gas and my pocket money, and I'll probably leave the stock donation in there and the beauty in there as well. And I need to take out $24 in cash for the 52-week challenge, so I can stuff those envelopes. And that is pretty much my weekly paycheck routine. And it's like I said, personal finances, make it personal, make it work for you. And this is your money, your world, your life, your future. So that is it for this week's paycheck routine. Once again, if you made it this far, you are a real one. Thank you so much. If you found any value in this video, if you learned anything, or if there's one little tip or trick that you could take away, please do me a favor and either hit the subscribe button and or the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So yes, thank you once again. My name is G. Marie. I am a millennial wife and mom of two, and I am on my financial journey to become debt-free and sorry guys, shit, I'm just shaking the hell out the camera. I am on my financial journey to become debt-free and prepare for my retirement, which I am super excited about. So if you are on the same journey and you're a millennial and you're like me, you're starting kind of late, I think you might find some value in this channel.